Would you describe my mother as narcissistic or chilling, Harold?
Both, sir.
I thought so.
I thought your mother had requested that you be excluded from your future works after your last inspiring piece, The Bitch and I, sir.
I'll be more discreet this time. She didn't really mind that much, did she?
Her voicemails were disgruntled.
I don't remember.
You changed numbers afterwards.
I was wondering why she hadn't called recently.
It's been 14 months, sir.
Send her a Mother's Day card for me, Harold?
Yes, sir. Hello? At once, Mr. Rigby.
It would appear Ronald's back from his latest escapade.
It was close this time. A grizzly nearly mauled his cameraman.
I hope this one didn't have a family like the last. Terrible career choice if you ask me.
I couldn't imagine one more humiliating.
Have you been working on your sarcasm, Harold?
No, sir.
Ah, Harold, old codger, you're looking fantastic. And I can see you've dyed your hair again.
Yes, Mr. Rigby.
Stop harassing my butler.
Oh, butler's such a derogatory term. I'm sure he'd prefer manservant or drink monkey.
You're insufferable.
You're pretentious.
You're egotistical.
You're a hermit.
You're reckless.
You never take the milk out. Hey! Oh, I missed you, Clive.
The feeling's mutual, buddy.
Ah, he honestly yet reluctantly admitted.
What are you doing?
It's just something I picked up from the locals in Bleak Springs. Apparently in Alaska, it's customary for one to commentate on their life partner's experiences.
First of all, no, it's not. And second of all, I'm definitely not your life partner.
Oh, he denied, despite his glowing cheeks.
Stop that.
So what are you working on?
Well, the curator at
Fascinating! Now back to me. I'm doing great. Ratings for the show are up. I got a raise. My new cameraman returned with both arms. And I met someone.
Someone.
A woman.
Oh, I'm hurt.
You're a terrible liar. Leave it to the professionals.
This woman.
She's perfect and imperfect in almost every single way. Her hair smells of pine cones.
I know how you love pine cones.
She takes her martinis dry.
Sounds like you're describing yourself.
Well, that's the thing. I describe perfection. I am perfection. And now, there is another image of perfection.
And you must crush her.
Yes, and I must crush. Ow! No, don't do that.
I'm happy for you, Ronald, really. What's her name?
Marley.
Leave the lying to the professionals, maybe?
Okay, so I didn't catch her name, but I know she's out there. I saw her in the haze of a drunken hour.
And heaven knows he's miserable now, sir.
Astutely put, Harold.
Okay, you two may joke, but absence makes the heart grow fonder.
I'm not sure that's referring to an absence of name, though.
You're going to tell me about your novel then?
It's not a novel.
Your script?
Not quite.
Your screenplay?
Close.
Your freaking manuscript?
It doesn't fit the typical mold. It's difficult to explain.
He condescendingly droned, boring his audience.
You're free to leave if I'm not entertaining you.
Oh no, please, do go on.
It's a commission for Sir Jurgen.
The Sir Jurgen?
The very same.
Why is he commissioning you?
Oh, thanks. That really helps my self-esteem.
No, I just mean he could get anyone to make a masterpiece for his gallery. Why you?
My guess is Lucky Dip.
So come on, what are you working on?
Like I said, it's difficult to explain. It's a little bit of this and a dash of that, but mainly it's art.
You're doomed.
I know, but I should at least finish, so I should be getting back to it.
I'll leave you to it then. Clive, my sincerest condolences.
What for?
I assume you heard about Catherine? I was in the wintry north and word reached me.
What about her?
She's getting married. You didn't know?
No.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, no need.
See you around.
Sir?
What is it?
Nothing, sir.
He never has any problem finding companionship, does he?
Ronald, with those cheekbones, he never will. Does it bother you?
No. Why would it? I enjoy being single. Freedom to do whatever I want.
I wouldn't call working every day of the week, every waking hour, using your freedom wisely, sir.
Different definitions of freedom then, I guess.
I suppose my penchant for illicit substances and pay-by-the-hour woman does vary from your more extreme ideals.
I saw you disapprove, Harold.
I'm sorry she did.
What did you say?
You heard me.
It wasn't my fault.
You did what you thought was right. I understand. Young people always do. But you should call her back.
I'm busy.
I'm quite sure the telephone was invented specifically for those too busy to pay a visit.
Not today, Harold. It's not a big deal anyway.
I think when you look back at what's happened, today was in fact a big deal.
Not today, Harold.
Have you got a Christmas present for your mother yet, sir?
I tried ordering one online the other day, but apparently cyanide pills don't ship to Jonestown anymore.
Incidentally, neither does Kool-Aid.
Well, there goes my second idea.
And your father?
The flowers have been paid for.
Yes, sir.
How about you? Spreading the Christmas cheer with alcoholic gifts throughout the Heston family?
I'm afraid the Hestons aren't as well known for their Christmas cheer as their minor criminal convictions. My son was the only one who really celebrated, but he doesn't anymore.
That's a shame. I seem to have that in common with him.
You have more in common with him than you know.
You don't talk about him much.
Nothing much to talk about.
A renegade, a rogue, a disappointment to the family.
No, that was my role in the family circus.
You should invite him round for Christmas dinner. I'm sure we have some incriminating stories to share about you.
I'm afraid that's quite impossible, sir. He's not the most punctual young man, and I know how you get when you have to eat cold turkey with warm whiskey.
Well, Thanksgiving then. Invite him around for Christmas and he'll be sure to arrive by then.
We'll see, sir. Hello? Fine, come up. It would appear we have a rent inspection.
We'll go put the kettle on.
That won't be necessary.
Why not?
It's only the landlady.
I'm surprised I have to remind an Englishman of this, but mind your manners around her, please.
Sir, I found 3 bugs in the intercom ever since the FBI received an anonymous tip about my supposed heroin smuggling ring after her last visit.
Well, the time before that, you did push her down the stairs.
Yes, but the time before that, she tricked me into breaking into that dominatrix club on 69th Street. I had to hail a taxi with a ball gag stuck in my teeth.
Dangerous.
How old do you think I am?
I've taken it upon myself to read your dental bills lately. I find they give a sense of authenticity to the bleakness of my writing.
I am not a character study.
Everybody's a character study, Harold. Especially the elderly. Lovely to see you, Mrs. Hatchett.
My dear boy who taught you your manners.
I believe I was mainly self-taught, right, Harold?
I believe that was the case, sir. You were quite strict on yourself about your elbows being on the table, as I recall. Completely perplexed your mother.
Why do you ask?
It's Thursday.
Oh, I believe we've found a replacement for the calendar, sir.
You watch your tongue, Harold Heston.
Thursday? I could have sworn it was Tuesday.
Easy mistake to make, sir, when one hasn't slept since Monday evening.
That would explain it.
Mr. Caro, I know you're all of 29, but I would think that along the way you'd picked up the manners to call a woman before standing her up.
Oh, Wednesday afternoon tea. I'm so sorry, Mrs. Hatchett. Completely slipped my mind.
I'm not angry at you. I merely meant to remind you that not all of us have the comfort of several decades of life left.
That's silly. You barely look a day older than 28.
You'd like that, wouldn't you, cheeky boy? How's the piece coming along?
It's fairly stop and start.
I wonder whose fault that is.
I thought I told you to watch your tongue, Heston. One more strike and I cut it out and make it an ingredient in my sugar cookie!
Are you okay, Mrs. Hatchett?
Oh, it must be the heat in here. I'm all hot and flustered. When was the last time you opened these windows?
I told you, sir, that the dead cat smell wasn't a natural fixture to the apartment.
You're more than qualified to open windows.
Where's the fun in that?
Well, maybe we should invest in roller shutters.
In a loft in up Manhattan? Certainly. And while we're at it, why don't we get a pit bull and maybe a swimming pool?
A heated pool. That'd be good for my joints.
Don't talk to me about joints!
You wanted the pit bull. The pool is mine.
I must protest, sir. I'm more of a cat person.
I do remember you mentioning something about being married to a tiger once, Harold.
No. She was more of a dog, sir.
Civil words in front of company, please, Harold.
My apologies, sir. I do not believe Mrs. Hatchett to be a civil woman.
Not if you keep on pushing her. We might have a real tiger on our hands.
Mail! You have mail!
Oh, I believe she's mocking the computer now, sir.
Silence, you doddering old handmaiden!
Why, you...
Mail, Mrs. Hatchett, mail!
Yes, a package arrived for you today.
A package? I'm not expecting any package.
A secret admirer, sir? Or perhaps a bomb?
Well, perhaps you should go and get it then, Harold.
At once, sir.
Mrs. Hatchet, can you please escort my handmaiden to the package to talk about on the journey?
And what will you do in my absence, sir?
I think Mrs. Hatchet was right about the heat in this apartment. I think I'll go for a walk.
Well overdue, sir. Come on, you darling old cow.